Imagine a place where time seems to stand still, where the air is thick with the scent of pine and the only sound is the rustling of leaves. This is not a place you find on any map. It is a place lost to time, forgotten, or perhaps, it never wanted to be found. This is the story of a village shrouded in mystery, a village where the inhabitants vanished without a trace, leaving behind an unsettling silence that echoes through the years. The first sign was the silence. It was a deafening silence, broken only by the sighing wind. The village, once alive with the sounds of children playing and hammers ringing, was now eerily still. The silence was unsettling, unnatural. It spoke of an emptiness that went beyond the absence of people. It spoke of a void where life itself had once thrived. Then came the discoveries. Doors swung open, revealing empty rooms. Fires crackled in hearths, long since abandoned. Meals sat half-eaten on tables as if time had simply stopped. The villagers had left in haste, leaving behind their belongings, their livelihoods, their lives. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. The more investigators searched, the more unsettling the scene became. Personal items lay scattered, as if dropped in a panic. Children's toys lay abandoned in the streets, their once bright colors now faded and dull. The village was a ghost town, frozen in time, a haunting reminder of the lives that were lived and lost within its walls. As darkness fell, the village took on an even more sinister aspect. Shadows danced in the flickering light of oil lamps, their flames undisturbed by any human hand. The silence grew deeper, heavier, as if the very air was holding its breath. It was a night for whispers, for fear, for the unknown to creep in and claim its own. The rumors started almost immediately, whispers in the dead of night shared in hushed tones, tales of strange lights in the sky, appearing just before the villagers disappeared. Some dismissed it as mass hysteria, a collective delusion fueled by fear and isolation. But others, those who claimed to have seen the lights with their own eyes, knew better. Old Man Hemlock, who lived on the outskirts of the village, swore he saw them first. A cluster of lights, dancing and pulsating in the night sky. He said they moved with an eerie silence like fireflies caught in a jar, their glow casting an unnatural pallor over the sleeping village. His words, initially met with skepticism, would soon take on a chilling significance. As darkness descended on the village that fateful night, others began to see the lights. They swirled and pulsed, casting dancing shadows on the ground below. Some described them as orbs of pure energy, others as shimmering veils of light. But all agreed on one thing: they were like nothing they had ever seen before. The lights seemed to emanate an unnatural hum, a low-frequency vibration that resonated deep within the earth. Animals grew restless, their instincts screaming at them to flee. The air crackled with static electricity, and then, just as suddenly as they had appeared, the lights vanished, leaving behind a silence so profound, so absolute, it felt like the entire world had stopped breathing. The village, nestled in the valley, was a place untouched by time. Life moved at a slower pace, dictated by the rhythms of nature. Days began with the rooster's crow and ended with the setting sun. It was a simple life, but a good one. The villagers lived in quiet harmony with their surroundings. Days were spent tending to crops and sharing stories on porches. Children chased fireflies in the twilight, their laughter echoing. There was a rhythm to life, a comforting predictability. The village was a tapestry woven from everyday life. Section 2. The Heart of the Village, Faces and Places. Old Maggie, the village elder, was a fixture on her porch swing, her weathered hands always busy knitting scarves for newborns or mending torn jackets. Her laughter lines, etched deep by years of shared joys and sorrows, held the warmth of 1,000 suns. She was the keeper of stories, the whisperer of forgotten lore, her presence a comforting constant in a world that seemed to spin ever faster with each passing season. Then there was Thomas, the blacksmith, his forge a beacon of warmth and light in the heart of the village. Strong and stoic, with a heart as big as the anvil he commanded, Thomas was the silent guardian, the protector of the peace. His booming laughter could be heard echoing through the square on market days, his calloused hands always ready to lend a helping hand to those in need. Little Sarah, with her infectious laughter and pigtails bouncing, could charm even the grumpiest villager. Her days were filled with chasing butterflies and collecting wildflowers, her pockets always overflowing with treasures found and imagined. Her innocence, pure and untainted, was a reminder of simpler times, of the beauty that could be found in the everyday. The heart of the village, however, was the town square. It was a place where stories unfolded, where lives intersected, where the pulse of the community beat strongest. On market days, the square would come alive with the sights, sounds, and smells of commerce and camaraderie. Farmers' wives haggled over the price of freshly laid eggs, children chased stray dogs through the bustling crowd, and the air buzzed with a vibrant energy that was both chaotic and comforting. Section 3. Whispers of the Past. Legends and Lore. This village held secrets. Whispered tales passed down through generations. Legends blurred the boundaries between the mortal realm and the unknown. The Whispering Woods held secrets of their own. Strange lights and whispers were seen and heard. Tales of the vanished bride were shared around hearths. A bride disappeared on the eve of her wedding. Some said she ran away with a secret lover. Others believed spirits took her. Her fate remained a mystery, a cautionary tale. Old Man Hemlock spoke of ancient rituals to appease spirits and ensure harvests. These rituals were forgotten, pacts broken. The village's abandonment was a consequence. Stories held power over the villagers. The unknown lingered at the edges of reality. Whispers of the past took on chilling significance. Section 4. The Gathering Storm. Premonitions and Fears. The days leading up to the disappearance were strangely still. The air, usually alive with the sounds of nature, grew heavy with an unsettling silence. Birds, usually a common sight, vanished from the skies, their cheerful songs replaced by an unnerving quiet. Even the wind, that mischievous dance partner of the trees, seemed to hold its breath, as if anticipating some unseen event. Animals, more attuned to the subtle shifts in the atmosphere than their human counterparts, grew restless. Dogs, usually eager for a friendly pat, whimpered and paced, their tails tucked between their legs. Horses refused to be saddled, their nostrils flaring, their eyes wide with a primal fear that was impossible to ignore. It was as if nature itself was sending a warning, a silent alarm bell ringing in the depths of their souls. Even the land seemed to reflect this growing unease. Crops, once vibrant and healthy, began to wither, their leaves turning brown and brittle. Wells, usually overflowing, ran dry, their depths echoing with an emptiness that mirrored the growing fear in the villagers' hearts. The earth itself seemed to be reacting to an unseen force, a disturbance in the natural order of things. An unspoken tension gripped the village. Conversations usually filled with laughter and gossip were now hushed and hurried. Whispers of strange occurrences, once dismissed as fanciful tales, now carried a weight of unsettling possibility. The villagers, despite their attempts to maintain a semblance of normalcy, couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Something wicked this way comes. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of blood orange and bruised purple. A palette of colors usually associated with breathtaking beauty, but on this night, it felt like a warning. An omen. The air, thick with the smell of impending rain, crackled with an unnatural energy. Even the crickets, those tireless musicians of the night, seemed to have fallen silent. Inside their homes, villagers gathered their families close, their hearts pounding in unison with the unknown rhythm of the night. Supper, usually a time for laughter and shared stories, was a somber affair. Each bite swallowed with a sigh of unease, each sip of water tasting faintly of fear. The youngest children, sensing the tension in their parents' faces, sat quietly, their eyes wide and watchful. Outside, shadows stretched and contorted in the fading light, taking on monstrous shapes fueled by imagination and dread. The wind, picking up speed, whistled through the trees, its mournful song weaving tales of unease into the fabric of the night. Every creak of a floorboard, every rustle of leaves outside the windows, sent shivers down spines and set hearts racing. The village elders, their faces etched with the wisdom of generations past, gathered in hushed circles, their voices barely audible above the pounding of their own hearts. They spoke of ancient prophecies, of forgotten rituals, of a darkness that slumbered beneath the surface of their world, waiting for the right moment to awaken. Their words, usually met with respect and reverence, now carried the weight of impending doom. Then it began. A soft, pulsating glow in the distance like fireflies trapped in a jar, but on a scale far grander, far more terrifying. The lights, shimmering in hues of emerald green and electric blue, danced across the black canvas of the night sky. They moved with an unnatural fluidity, defying the laws of physics, their silent ballet both mesmerizing and terrifying. Drawn by a force they couldn't comprehend, villagers spilled out of their homes, their faces upturned, their eyes wide with a mixture of awe and primal fear. Whispers like startled birds took flight. Some pointed, their voices trembling, while others shielded their eyes, as if the very sight of these celestial intruders could burn their souls. Old Man Hemlock, his weathered face illuminated by the otherworldly glow, stared at the spectacle, a chilling recognition dawning in his eyes. He clutched his walking stick, his knuckles turning white as bone. "The prophecies," he muttered, his voice barely audible above the gasp of the wind. "The prophecies, they are coming true." The air, already thick with tension, crackled with an unseen energy. Dogs howled, their mournful cries echoing the growing fear in the villagers' hearts. The lights pulsed, their intensity growing, casting dancing shadows that seemed to writhe and contort like living things. An oppressive silence descended, broken only by the pounding of hearts and the whistling wind that seemed to carry whispers of an ancient, unknowable language. The lights were only the beginning. As the night deepened, strange symbols, glowing faintly, began to appear on the doors of houses, etched as if by an invisible hand. The symbols, ancient and arcane, pulsed in sync with the celestial ballet above, their meaning lost to the passage of time, yet their power undeniable. Wells, once sources of life-giving water, ran dry in an instant, their depths swallowing the last drops with a gurgling sound that sent shivers down spines. The earth itself seemed to tremble, as if awakening from a long slumber. The air grew colder, the silence deeper, as if the village was being enveloped in an invisible shroud. Panic, swift and sharp as a razor, sliced through the village. Mothers clutched their children, their faces pale with terror. Men, their voices tight with fear, gathered together, their eyes darting from the sky to the shadows that seemed to writhe and twist at the edges of their vision. The familiar, the comforting routines of life shattered into a million pieces, leaving behind only raw, primal fear. The order of their lives, the predictability of their days, vanished in the face of the unknown. The village, once a haven of peace and tranquility, transformed into a swirling vortex of terror and confusion. The night, once a time for rest and rejuvenation, became a nightmare from which there seemed to be no escape. Amidst the chaos, a strange calm descended upon a select few. Driven by instinct, they packed essentials: water, food, blankets. Families, pale but resolute, gathered their children and followed the old logging road into the whispering woods. Dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of soft pink and gold. The village remained eerily silent, doors ajar, homes frozen in time. It was as if the villagers had simply vanished, leaving behind remnants of their interrupted lives. The first rays of dawn painted the empty village in a serene light. Authorities, faces etched with concern, combed through abandoned homes, searching for clues. The village, once full of life, now offered only frustratingly blank spaces. Days turned into weeks, the villagers gone without a trace. Theories spread, mass hysteria, government conspiracies, but the silence remained. The village stood as a stark reminder of the fragility of existence. Nature began to reclaim the village, vines creeping up walls. The silence became a constant companion, heavy and oppressive. The village, once a place of certainty, had become a symbol of the unknown. Theories took root: natural disasters, mass hysteria, alien abductions. Experts offered opinions, but the village guarded its secrets closely. The answers, if they existed, lay buried beneath layers of speculation and fear. Years have passed, the world has moved on, but the village remains. The road leading to the village is overgrown, the houses empty. The village has become a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that some mysteries remain unsolved. Rationalists dismiss outlandish theories seeking natural explanations. Geologists suggest seismic activity, historians point to social unrest. The village's fate remains a topic of debate, but the truth is elusive. For some, the village's disappearance points to the paranormal. Ufologists see it as a case of alien abduction, others whisper of curses. Psychics offer fragmented visions, resonating with those desperate for answers. The mystery becomes a cultural phenomenon, debated globally. Sociologists, anthropologists, and psychologists offer diverse opinions. The village's disappearance serves as a reminder of the fragility of the human psyche when confronted with the inexplicable. Section 4. The village remains silent, a canvas for our fears. The village, abandoned and silent, stands as a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. It is a blank canvas upon which we project our own fears, our own beliefs, our own interpretations of a mystery that may never be solved. It is a place where logic and lore collide, where reason and imagination dance a delicate ballet on the edge of understanding. The villagers' belongings left behind in their haste serve as poignant reminders of the lives that were lived within those now empty walls. A child's toy, a half-finished meal, a handwritten letter, each object a silent testament to the everyday routines, the hopes and dreams that were so abruptly interrupted. The village, reclaimed by nature, has become a place of haunting beauty, its silence both unsettling and strangely serene. The trees whisper their secrets to the wind, the birds sing their melancholic songs, the sun sets each night in a blaze of color, indifferent to the mystery that lingers in the air. The village, forever frozen in time, serves as a stark reminder that some questions have no answers, that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. It is a place that continues to fascinate, to intrigue, to haunt our collective imagination, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown to both terrify and captivate the human soul. The village remains silent, but its story, whispered on the wind, continues to echo through the corridors of time. Section 1. Echoes in the Valley, the lingering impact. The passage of time has done little to erase the unsettling enigma of the silent village. Its presence, or rather its absence, continues to cast a long shadow over the valley. Those who lived through those unsettling days still speak of it in hushed tones, their words a mixture of fear, bewilderment, and a lingering sense of loss for a way of life that vanished like smoke on the wind. Some say the valley itself has never fully recovered. The land, once so fertile, now yields meager crops. The animals seem skittish, their eyes constantly scanning the horizon as if still searching for a threat that vanished decades ago. Even the sunlight seems different here, filtered through an unseen veil of sadness and unease. The village itself stands as a macabre monument to the unknown. Its empty houses, their windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world, serve as a stark reminder of the lives that were lived and lost within their walls. Each creaking floorboard, each gust of wind whistling through broken window panes, seems to whisper the village's unspoken story, a haunting melody carried on the breeze. Despite the passage of time, a palpable sense of unease still permeates the air. Visitors, drawn by curiosity or a morbid fascination with the unexplained, often report feeling a cold shiver run down their spines, a sudden urge to flee, as if they are being watched, their presence unwelcome in this place where time stands still. The village, it seems, is determined to hold on to its secrets, its silence a constant challenge to those who dare to seek answers. Section 2. The Allure of the Unknown, Our Never-Ending Search for Answers. The Silent Village, a cautionary tale, reminds us that some mysteries defy explanation. It is a testament to the limits of our understanding. The allure lies in the search, exploring endless possibilities. The human mind abhors a vacuum, turning to speculation. Some mysteries are best left unsolved, their enigma a source of endless fascination.